Okay, guys, so just as I had promised that I'm going to do another different example with you for the same problem that we discussed previously on my first video. So in this case now, we're going to consider another problem of the same sort. So right now, I'm not going to answer any question. So let's just keep in our mind that every time if you are to answer any questions that pertains to the hyperbolic function, you have to make sure that the general format is correct at first. Before you do anything, you must make sure the general format is fixed. So, which is what we're going to focus on now. Like, how do we fix the general format when you're given something like this? So, when you're given something like this and you want to fix the general format, the process is very simple. So, I'm going to consider the given expression. So, let's consider y is equals to what? So, it's 2x plus 3 over x plus 5. So this is what we are looking at. So in order to deal with this problem now, this is how we're going to go about it. So what we're going to do is I've demonstrated from previously, I'm going to remove the top expression, that is I'm going to remove this guy and replace it with the bottom. But now it's not as easy as that. It's not as easy as that. Because yes, I want to create an x plus 5. So I can create it and say, okay, let me create an x plus 5. And then over x plus 5. But remember, the thing at the top, it must be such that you can manipulate it back by algebraic simplification to go back to the previous thing. So we see that here at the top now, 2 is a multiple. And because 2 is a multiple, I'm going to put that multiple outside here. But now if you check what this multiple has done is that when you expand, you say 2 by that, you get 2x. And when again you say 2 by that, you get 10. But first you had 3. So since now we've introduced a 10 there, we have to see how to account for that 10. So to account for that 10, this is what we do. We have to subtract something. But what can we subtract to get to 10? We have to subtract 7 from that. So we can see now that the top expression, it can now simplify and go back to the previous expression that we had. And since now this is the case, now we can start splitting. So we know that if this is a fraction, we can split it as 2 bracket x plus 5 over x plus 5, then minus 7 over x plus 5. So here we see things cancel and we get minus 7 over x plus 5, then plus 2, like that. So once you've fixed the general form, now you can answer anything that you need, you see. So if you want your asymptotes, you can simply state what your asymptotes are. So for example, in this case, it can easily be seen that the domain, for example, is x element of real numbers, but x cannot be equal to minus 5. At the same time, one can see that the range is y element of real numbers, but y can never be equal to 2. So you can easily answer now the question of the domain and range from this problem. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. So please subscribe to my channel to continue getting more of these revision videos. So I'm going to keep on posting more questions that are much more difficult to handle in the exam. So these are the questions mostly that distinguish between students who get distinctions and those that fail. So most students, they always run for those simple questions, and therefore they can only accumulate marks up to 50 or 60%. But if you want to jump to the 75 and what, then you have to make sure that you follow through with the revision section that I'm going to be offering to you. So yeah, that's it, guys. Bye. See you on our next video.